I really like this background here. I love the dinner setting here. So we have the plate. Anyone tell me what's wrong with the setting? There's nothing but knives. There's no forks, no spoon. It's a terrible setting. So, I mean, it's great to be back with Uncultivated Rabbits. I mean, I performed an open mic here back in February. I don't know if any of you were here for that. I just want to say that the Uncultivated Rabbits, I think they do a really great job at promoting all forms of artistic movements and stuff like that. It's definitely a lot better than the other group I perform with, Uncultivated Rabbis. You're performing in a group filled with Jews who do nothing but complain.
Oh, it's so cold in here. Can somebody turn up the air conditioner? You perform for us, you don't even offer us a nosh? What are you doing here?
But a lot of things have been happening since the last time I performed here. I've done some work. You may recognize my work on the evolutionary chart. But I did recently get a job. I'm now Channing Tatum's body double. So ladies, if you're going to go see Magic Mike XXL, that's all me up there. Someone went, ew. I'm only kidding. These are the jokes. Anyway, but seriously, I did get a job, fortunately, and I'm now working retail at a children's store, and that's a lot of fun. But yes, that's a cute moment. It's great. A children's retail. I mean, when I first started there, I mean, it's the first retail job I've ever had. I've worked with children, but I've never worked in retail. So I've had several moments where I felt like Rain Man, where someone would come in, do you have anything for a 3-month-old? Yeah, newborn. Definitely in the newborn section. Yeah, definitely in the newborn section. Yeah, definitely want to go with a small. I definitely want to go with a small. 3 more. Yeah, definitely newborn. But working in retail, there are several things that kind of get annoying. For instance, the shirts that I have to restore and put back in order, they get mixed up in everything. Which, if there's a retail hell, I think that's one of the things that's going to be there in retail hell. It's just a mountain of clothes, like extra small to large, just completely out of order, and you're stuck there with Satan. You have to put these back in order. And there was one moment where I was working the floor, and a little kid was looking at this table full of licensed T-shirts with, you know, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff. And he was taking the shirts and just doing this. And fortunately, I'm a really patient guy, I really am, so you can't just go over there and go, what the hell are you doing, you little shit, you get fired. You go, hi, can I help you find something? And so we couldn't find the shirt, so he left, and so he's gone, yeah, hi, have a great day, little bastard. But no, I really enjoy my job. There's a lot of great people, there's a lot of great people I work with. There was one moment where, yesterday actually, where my employees, one of them said, oh, Avi, can I ask you a question? My manager was wondering about this. Are you European? So I told her, well, it's my good looks. I mean, it's just that my good looks make me look European. I'm not really European, but I could be. I could be anybody you want me to be. Oh, you like that? I could be anybody you want me to be. You do. But there was a really awkward moment one time that happened when I was working in retail, and there was a woman who came in, and so I go up to her and I go, hi, can we help you? And she goes, no, thank you. All you have here are stuff for children, which I didn't understand at first, and so I thought, oh, well, maybe she's shopping for a teenager. And so she goes, oh, what's the doll? What's the dollar? And so I said, oh, we have flip-flops for $1. So I show her to the flip-flops, and she goes, do you have these in a size 9 for me? So then I'm thinking, oh, she thinks that this is a store just for everybody. So I look her straight in the eye and I let her down slowly and I said, this is a children's retail store. So she goes, oh, okay, and she just left. It was just one of the most awkward moments that ever happened, but great material. I mean, there are great people. It's a great job to work at. There aren't a whole lot of great people. I had this really odd incident that happened a couple months ago when I was taking a bus home. And this really happened, as shocking as it is. So I'm going home, and this elderly guy across from me says, oh, can I borrow your phone? And my phone died, and I don't have a charger. Now, just out of curiosity, who would let a complete stranger use their phone by show of hands? Okay, and that's great for you. I chose not to let him use my phone for, safety reasons and things like that. And so he found someone else to use his phone, but he complained so much about me not using his phone. He called me a pussy, called me a joke. He really did this, and he's complaining to the bus driver. And you all know the bus driver doesn't care about your problems. He just wants to get home so he can stop hearing the ding noises all day. So he looks at me and he goes, "You're a joke." Gets off the bus, knocks on the window next to me, waves at me with this evil smile, and walks away. And I'm thinking, what just happened? I'm pretty sure this is that expression, the pot calling the kettle black, him calling me a joke. This guy must have been born with a silver spoon up his ass, because apparently he has this sense of entitlement. I think that's wrong. I'm having a Rain Man moment now. Yeah, definitely an asshole. Yeah, definitely an asshole. Anyway, because he has this sense of entitlement, and that's what's wrong with people today. I think they have this really unbelievable sense of entitlement, and we need to teach people that not everybody's going to do what you ask them to do, and that you need to work for the stuff you own, and just be prepared next time. You can't just have this sense of entitlement. And the more he said to me, I really wanted to say something back to him, but I thought of it and said, the more he talks, the more of an asshole and a moron he appears to be. And just remember that. The more someone says negative about you, the more of a moron they are. Which I really shouldn't say that calling that guy a moron and an asshole is offensive to assholes and morons. and I gotta tell you, this guy was old. This guy was so old.
How old was he?
Well, I'll tell you, he was so old, he reminisced about his cruise trip on Noah's Ark. Oh. This guy was so old, the first emojis he ever used were hieroglyphics. This guy was so old that on his birthday cake when he was 5, there weren't any candles because fire wasn't discovered yet. So he may have called me a joke, but I just made a joke out of him.
Oh.
So I like watching shows about murder mystery. That's a great transition, isn't it? I like watching shows about murder and mystery. There's an entire channel dedicated to murder and mystery. It's the Investigation Discovery, which is really weird because all the women on that show, they all seem to talk like this. They have the same tone, same emphasis on words, and use the same narration. Which I can kind of understand. You don't want a female reporter going, "So anyway, there was this guy and this girl, and guess what? The guy was murdered. And you know who did it? It was the girlfriend." It just goes to say that there aren't any good women out there today. But there's this one guy I really enjoy a lot. His name is Keith Morrison, who's on Dateline. And I really like him because he kind of tells stories like a children's show. "So Susan was walking through the woods on her normal walk at 6 o'clock, as she does every night. But when she didn't come home at around 9, her husband knew something was off." Which I really like that. It kind of brings out the inner child in me. And I also like the way he asks the questions. It makes it sound like a children's show. "So whatever happened to the body? Where was she on the night of the 15th? Whatever happened to her in the woods? By the way, the woods, I'm never going in the woods, because that is the place where you go to die. Horrible stories start with it. They went into the woods. And you got shot, didn't you? Terrible stories take place in the woods. The Blair Witch Project, The Cabin in the Woods, Into the Woods. That movie made me realize there's a good chance you might get attacked by a wolf who's into musicals. Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl. But one person I really like to see host a murder mystery show, and that'd be Jay Leno. So anyway, guys, this woman who wanted to have a hitman kill her husband. Unfortunately, the hitman was an undercover cop. Now listen, if you want to get your husband killed, get him in an airplane flown by Harrison Ford. I'm telling you, if you want it done by a professional, get it done by a professional. So before I go, I just want to say that I'm going to be graduating this quarter. And Are you happy that I'm going? Why are you?
No.
Why are you? You're graduating. Woo! He's gone. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. These are jokes, anyway. So before I graduate, I just want to let you guys know that is anybody else graduating? Just out of curiosity, okay, a few people. Well, for those who aren't graduating, just a little advice. A little motto I go by is life's too fun to be taken seriously. And while you guys are here at college, make sure you enjoy every single moment of college that you have, because these are the best moments of your life. And my time here were definitely some of the best moments of my life. So thank you very much. I really enjoyed it.